Hello! We're in a weird spot of my sewing room, but today we're going to do a wig styling video, and as you see, I have this wonderful wig hanging upside down. So I'm a little bit obsessed with the Beetlejuice musical, just a smidge. So I'm gonna cosplay Beetlejuice, you guys. Surprise! I am gonna make this into a Beetlejuice wig. I couldn't really tell what color wig Alex Brightman wears as Beetlejuice, so I went with dark brown, just because I knew that was safe. So this wig I already know is too long, right here. This is all too long, so I'm gonna have to trim this. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. See, I have seen a tutorial on how to steam a wig to turn the fibers basically upside down, and basically it'll just make everything stand up, which is great. Perfect for Alex Brightman Beetlejuice. Musical Beetlejuice is perfect. But as you see, this is just solid brown. I have to frost the tips with green because I'm just doing the green version. Case spoiler, he has mood ring hair. His hair turns green, his hair turns red, his hair turns purple. It's a thing. It's unexplained, but it is a thing. So I'm not sure how it's going to work because I also know that I'm going to have heat and water to color the wig. So hopefully it works. But I did get a brand new steamy guy here for Christmas, specifically so I could style this wig. I have been, as you see, feather teasing the hair with my fingers, so hopefully this works. I'm not sure how well it'll work. This is pure trial and error, and of course I will link down in the description below where I saw the tutorial. It's a hee tutorial or a Swank Wigs tutorial. They're pretty well known for their wig stuff, their wig work. So without further ado, I've talked entirely too much, and it's mostly because I'm scared. Let's do this. Okay, so hopefully it'll stay like this. I'm gonna leave this overnight just to give it some extra gravity pull. This definitely needs to be trimmed down by like a lot. I probably need it no more like than that. But I also need to trim the lace. But we're just going and doing this thing as, you know, experimenting. If this doesn't go well, then it doesn't go well, and I will think of something else. I am not worried about the back of the wig so much because I do want the natural hairs to hang down low around my neck. I'll just need to trim them a little shorter. But yeah, so this is what the wig looks like. I've done some weft flipping. Hopefully it'll work. We'll see tomorrow, providing that my wig head doesn't fall off of my clip, because I apparently don't have like the right size wig clip for my heads. It's fine. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and for you, that's literally the next clip. Alright, so the end of day 2 styling. I think I'm going to leave it to hang again overnight. I've cut the top part shorter. Hopefully I haven't cut it too short. I haven't tried it on, but I have re-steamed it. I'm trying to do this with the least amount of product first because I still have to add the green to his hair. I might need to fix that. It's a little flat right there. So for the meantime, I think my process is going to be kind of trimming it, styling it a little bit, just shaping it with my hands to get an idea, re-steaming it, hoping that that stays up a little better, now, especially now that the hair is shorter so it weighs less. I know comparing the work that I've done so far on this wig compared to the actual wig that he wears in the show, this is of course looks nothing like it. This is a synthetic wig, while I'm pretty sure in the show they wear human hair wigs. It's just a guess, because those wigs like look extra natural. The only way you can tell is that you can actually see the lace front that they wear. So I need to just kind of mess around with this a little bit more. I did a lot of trimming off camera, so that just may be the nature of it, that I show you guys a little bit and then I trim more and then I show you a little bit more and then I fix it to where I like it, and then I kind of show you guys where I'm at with it. Just because this is such a trial and error thing. Yeah, because see, I can see that there's already like long wefts, more long wefts that I want to cut a little shorter. So yeah, that's where I am at the end of day 2 of this wig. I'm gonna let it hang again overnight and then see what I can do tomorrow. Hopefully I can start the coloring tomorrow because I would really like to make more progress than just struggling to get this going. Alright, so here we go. I don't think you can actually tell, and this is the part that's really frustrating for me, is I definitely put in lighter shades of green, and I don't think you can tell on camera how it's not really all that green. Ultimately, you can see the gloves that I ended up having to wash this wig twice, restyle it, and then re-go and put green in, and I used a lot of green to the point where I don't have one of my green pastels anymore, but take my word for it, there's green in this wig. Yeah, now you can tell. There's color in it. It's just really dark. And part of the problem with that is the fact that I have to use hairspray to seal it. So, well, I didn't use hairspray. I used the Got to Be Glued because that's what I had. I don't really use hairspray that often in my wigs. Again, I try to keep them as natural as possible. But unfortunately with this, with all the chalk, you either put the hairspray in or you're gonna have chalk all over everything. So, unfortunately, I don't even think with hairspray that would have changed. Even using the lighter colors, I don't think that would have influenced it any. Just because if you use a lighter color and then spray it with something that's wet and it's gonna dry, it's gonna turn darker. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get. And let me tell you, before I sprayed it, it looked nice. It did. It had this nice grossness of green, but now it just kind of looks vaguely blue-green. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't want to style another wig. I don't want to order another wig and then try to do the dark brown roots for his hair. Because again, I'm basing it off the musical rather than like the movie or the cartoon. And the musical, he definitely has dark hair that's like frosted tips green. And I don't want to take like a wig and because like I bought colors. I bought colors to do it, and I would probably have used like this color, and I would have to color all of that with either chalk or hair chalk from Arda, and Arda's hair chalk is probably what helped me out here. I ended up using it. Their green is not green, it's blue green, and it drives me nuts because that's the only green that they have. But yeah, I'm not satisfied with this wig. I may try to go back over with like an olive color from my pastels and try to save it and add a little bit more color to it, but I promise I did try. You can tell from my gloves that I used a lot of greens, and the footage from my video, you can see that I used a bunch of greens. It's just a matter of no matter what I'm going to do, it's going to become darker, because that's just how when something wet hits it, it's just going to become darker. Especially when it's chalk, and if something wet hits it, it's gonna just go away. So, as disappointing as this is, I'm gonna call this finished. Surprise! I fixed the wig. Well, not so surprised. I wore it in my KatsuCon vlog. I wore it at Katsu. You guys could see that I had somehow managed to get it to not be so dark. It is still a little dark. It doesn't super show up on camera as well, but it is green. This is like a lot less blue-green in person. There's still a lot of blue-greenness to it, but it does have a green tint in person, but the biggest part is up here. You can see that I have lighter neon green, all thanks to this guy. I ended up finding this on Amazon, I believe. I ended up trying to scour the internet, trying to find other green hair chalk, because the stuff from Arda this is the green from Arda, and like, ooh, the thing says green, but when you open that up, it's definitely like a blue-green color. So I did manage to fix it. I did manage to save this wig. I'm still not like 100% satisfied. I will never be 100% satisfied with it, just because, again, I'm pretty sure the wig that they use in the musical is a human hair wig, which means that they can actually dye the hair. They can just bleach the parts that they need to and then dye it green. I cannot do that with a synthetic wig. It just does not work that way, and trying to find a wig that is both brown and green in the right order and not like a super feminine cut would be impossible. So I did manage to do it. I just want to clarify for the video that, you know, even though this video is being edited like super late, because winter has been a time and now we're in a pandemic, so I have time. I just wanted to show you guys that I did manage to fix the wig, and show you what I did end up finding that worked. It did leave it a little chunky. That's just the nature of what it's going to be, because you have to press down harder on the fibers to get the color to actually appear, and not, especially on darker fibers, it's a lot harder for it to be smooth. Hair chalk is definitely better used on lighter colored hair. Sorry that this was like forever before I finally got it up. Alright, with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!